This is technically going to be our first session. Last session was session 0, so let's get to the heart of D&D. So, to recap, our last session, we started off with a female green elf known as Caelynn, who is going through a moment in her life where she's prepping herself to become a full-fledged female adult, in the elven eyes at least. And during her passage, she explained to her father of her distaste for this arranged marriage, but her father would not hear her out. He would still want this union to happen, not only for the tribe, but for his people, but for Caelynn's safety, fearing something bad might happen to her. Then we forward ourselves into a part of the group where TakTak has met up with Theo, and was introduced to two men, one stout, heavy man with quite a bit of hair on his chest, unkept, mind you, and a bit of a fanatic kind of guy named Bink. Well, Arch and Bink both made their presence known and asked for the help of Theo and TakTak to find this missing artifact. Said to be quite a large sum of money if you were to return the artifact, about, I believe, 4,000 gold.
Yes.
He said he'll split the money evenly, and TakTak agreed. Plus, the idea of an artifact piqued his interest. They both traveled to the forest, said to be housed the wood elves. Fearing for their safety, Arch and Bink hide behind their allies, while Theo and TakTak goes in. They went into the veil of the forest uneventfully. They rested. They find a nice place to rest in the forest, until they were ambushed by a group of ravagers who have made their way into the veil and attacked the party. With Theo's might and TakTak ingenuity, you guys managed to get out of the situation. So it seems. You guys were then ambushed after destroying the ravagers by wood elves pulling you guys in, capturing you all. Then we take ourselves over to Caelynn. It's finally her ceremony. The two moons have finally risen and illuminate the entire forest, celebrating the day of her coming of age. Takaum, the man that she's supposed to marry, brought a housewarming gift. Prisoners, outsiders of the veil, of the veil, captured and brought to her for slaughter. But with a courageous stance, Caelynn stand up and said no. The entire elven tribe gasped at the sound of it, and Takaum was ready to die for disrespecting the entire family. Luckily, with the grace built in Caelynn's, with her grace, she gave them a pass, not trying to kill Takaum at all. He then asked her what would you have him do? And Caelynn responded with put them in jail. And so he did. After which the party was very, very fun and exciting, with dances, food, all sorts. Caelynn would sneak from the party towards the jail to ascertain what they're doing here. Slowly but surely, Arch finally reveals to Caelynn about this totem. It made Caelynn think. She took the parchment and returned back to her father to talk to him. But he refused to listen again. But this time, he'll send Takaum to save the totem. Caelynn frustrated by by not reaching out to her father, she decided to take matters into her own hands. In her own hands, she decided to break them out of prison and ask them to help her find the totem. And that is where we left off. We left off with you guys have just finished making your escape outside the tribal village. Now, we're in the outskirts of the village, hiding amongst the trees, moving throughout. You kind of gimp yourself a little bit, Caelynn. Normally, you wood elves, or you green elves, are able to move through the trees quite easily, but you realize that these foreigners are savages, or whatever you call them. Well, actually, I do know what you're supposed to call them, but I'm not going to pinpoint that. They are slow. They don't know how to move around the forest, and plus they can't see. You know, these two bumbling idiots, they're like bumping into each other every single way. You know, you hear Arch going, "Binks, lay off me." And Binks would say, "What do you mean, boss?" And then we look back and we'd see like a giant like spider on his shoulder. He would freak out. You know, and then you know, TakTak would just take it out of his shoulder, like scurrying around, kick him in the shins, and be like, "Shh." Overall, the travel is pretty much uneventful, but time is ticking. The moon is soon to set, and the sun will soon rise. What do you want to do now, guys? You guys are in the midst of the forest, wandering. What do you want to do?
I'll try to ask Caelynn. I'll say it in common so everyone understands. Except her. Shit, what would I call her?
Elf?
I didn't think about this. Is there like a term I know of, like in Elvish, like a...
You would call her, you know, to call her Eve Ekatan.
Eve Ekatan?
Sorry, Eve Ektan.
Ektan, okay. I picked it up.
What's that mean?
It means chief's daughter.
You mean chief's daughter?
Look at me, I know this stuff.
Wow, look at you.
Wow.
Okay.
So I would, as I'm stumbling through, following her through the woods, I'm gonna be like...
Just you know, in common, it literally translates to chief girl.
Chief girl?
Yeah.
Chief girl.
Chief girl. Eve Ekton. Yeah. Do you have an idea of where the artifact is?
Are they still walking? Is that...
Most certainly, you are walking on the forest, moss covered ground.
Okay. This shit's so easy for me.
But it's kind of frustrating for you. You're walking. It's pretty slow.
Oh.
You're walking
Well,
like
normally you would, you know, swing through trees, jump from branches and such, but
these hanging guys, dude.
Yeah. But down here,
okay,
it's homes to a lot of, you know, creatures and critters.
Is it like jungle or wood, like foresty woods?
These it's a deep forest. So,
okay.
But the thing about mystical, what makes this forest so mystical is the elves have made this their home. So therefore, it created it gave them the forest more life, and so that's why they have more luscious greeneries and such.
Sounds good.
Well, at being called Chief Girl, that feels great. She loves that. She's gonna like look back at him and Caelynn, she's gonna say, and she's gonna keep walking forward, and that's it.
I'm like, do I understand that's her name, or
Oh.
do I think that's like a word for like up ahead?
How smart is this boy?
How is? Oh, I'm really smart. Okay, I know it's her name.
You can make an insight check if you like.
Okay.
Roll the click class if you want to.
Roll the click clack to see how smart my boy is. He's really smart! 18.
Oh yeah, you caught
Eighteen.
on. You know what she meant.
Caelynn? Caelynn.
Mm.
I'm Theoden. I'm like stumbling through, like trying to fire, like, I think everyone else introduced. I don't remember, but I'll point back. I'm like Theoden, TakTak, and then Arch and Binks.
She's gonna look at them, kind of confused because those sound like weird names. I assume. And she's gonna like look at Thea and be like, Theoden?
Theoden.
And then look at TakTak. TakTak?
Big mouth.
I love him. And then she'll like look at the other two and not even like turn away.
They have no idea what just happened, transpired. They're just kind of like stumbling upon each other right now. They're like fighting each other, and you know Binks is trying to hug Arch, and Arch is like pushing him away. They're not having a good time traveling in this forest.
Did you guys ever watch Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Because they remind me of the two like bullies in the old 90s Power Rangers.
Oh god! I can totally see that.
Eric, you channeled it.
I'm sorry, I had to say that. So I guess she'll like abruptly stop walking and turn back around to them and kind of like put her hand to her chin like thinking. And then, you know, very slowly and very broken common, she'll be like, she'll reach for the picture that's still in her, her
boob.
Her boobs, her lovely chest pockets.
Her chest pocket.
And she'll, unwrap it or unfold it.
Oh!
And,
Okay. Wait, no, the paper.
You're armored, no. Just so you know,
yeah, well, she still keeps it there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, dude.
Okay, I just want you to know that you're still you're armored. You prep yourself for the previous night.
Okay, cool. Right, I should have done that. Should have put two and two together. And she'll like look back at them. Where? And she's like pointing to it, like trying to think of the words. Where did you get this?
I point back to Arch and Binks. Yeah. Be like, they.
We're doing like almost in unison, like at the same.
Yeah, like point back. Yeah.
And then finally, Arch and Binks stop fighting and bickering, and they just look forward, trying to squint their eyes to see what's going on. They barely can see. Theoden has like a tiny torchlight, but even then, the torchlight does not offer quite a bit of light. They look forward. Oh, this is Arch goes, "What?"
She's asking where you got the paper.
I told you, I got the papers. Or town not too far. An old man gave it to me, I don't even know. Right? We'll just
a promise of money.
On promise of money. Right.
Where were you supposed to deliver this, then?
Walk to the village.
Which village?
I think it's something called Custard? I'm not too sure.
Have I heard of Custard?
No.
Okay. Custard. That's nowhere I know of.
It's a small village. Most of the villages around here don't name themselves.
I'll ask her, I'll be like, you said it's yours. Was it stolen?
Hey, it's not yours, it's mine. I'm the leader around here, and I'm going to take that artifact back and I'm going to square away with that old man and get myself 4,000 gold. You're not going to stop me.
Shit, am I going to stop him?
You go ahead and tell your little princess friend there, tree hugger, that I want it. It's not hers, it's mine.
And I keep telling you that if you want your life, you have to give it back to her. We can find gold any other way.
Is he approaching me at all by chance?
Oh no, definitely not.
Okay, good.
He's
I
not
just
that
wanted to make sure. 'Cause
He's like,
you gotta.
he's behind
figure
TakTak.
she's here.
He's literally behind TakTak, about like 5 paces away.
When he keeps claiming like, "Oh, it's mine," Caelynn's like visibly gonna get mad, and she's just gonna be like, "No, mine."
Hey, Arch. Just give it a rest. No need to get everyone riled up here. We're just gonna look for this first, and then we'll decide after.
Gotta hide it first.
Fine.
TakTak, who's kind of been like walking in a semicircle around everybody since they stopped,
Uh-huh.
you know, like one foot in front of the other, but still looking at the ground, is also going to be stating after all that. So, man pays us to go find that picture, but I assume he thought they had it. He's gonna point at Caelynn, but she don't have it, so it was stolen. Which really means, do we have any idea where to look? Should we even be here right now? And he keeps walking in a circle.
Wise man, dude.
That's what I
Arch
was
literally
thinking.
had like an existential crisis just listening to TakTak. He's just like feeling himself. He has like a flashback moment. He's just like, what that?
Oh shit.
Yeah. He has like an oh shit moment basically. And Binks is like, what are you thinking, boss? What's the matter with you? Hey, boss, wake up. Boss.
I'm
Slap
thinking
her.
that maybe... I mean, not many people make it out here, but if they do, they might have already taken it out of the veil.
That's a possibility.
I'll look at Caelynn and I'm like, do you have rivals that would take it?
She'll like take a second to process like what he's saying.
And then as she's thinking, he's like, actually, what does it even do? That might help us figure out who wanted it.
TakTak will nod. Ooh, good question.
It's a great question. It really is.
Looks at Eric's DM. What it do?
I don't really know if it has like something. I'm trying to read real fast. Hold on.
It's okay. We all stare at Caelynn, waiting patiently.
You know this. It's a sacred relic. It provides your entire tribe protection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like if it actually did something or if it was more of like symbolic.
It's extremely symbolic, but because you're so young that you've never seen it actually work before, you just know it's extremely symbolic.
Okay.
But you also know that it protects your village, but you've just never seen its powers.
Okay. She'll, take the second to piece together what he was asking. And she'll, put her hands, up, as if she's, making, a ball with, her open hands, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And, it protects our village.
So, maybe someone you know wanted it.
Just gonna think for a second, and then kind of shrug. The Itan tribe now will get control of our tribe, but that's it.
Do you think that tribe took it?
She's gonna, like, scoff, like, that's the only thing I can think of. Of course they took it. I don't like them. And she'll, like, give him a nod. It's like...
Oh. If you can, lead us there.
She'll, like, put her hand back up to her chin, thinking again. How do they, she's gonna point to, Binks and other guys whose name I just forgot.
Arch.
Have I written that somewhere?
Arch and Binks.
Arch, thank you. I don't know why I can never remember Arch. I'm gonna write it down again.
Write down a bunch of times. Arch. It's okay, he's gonna die soon.
Lose corpse. How do they know of these, like, outside of Vale?
Old man.
Old man. They want money. They were going to do it for money. They were going to steal it for money.
You?
Find.
From us? She's gonna, like, point to herself.
We didn't know who had it. We were looking for it. But we need it for money.
You were going to steal from us?
Not really. I thought maybe it was an artifact of a lost tribe.
Doctor's gonna sit down in front of the ground and start digging into it. Sometimes when we look for things, they're not in people's possessions. They're buried under stuff or protected by other things, creatures and things that move. But every so often, they're owned by others. He's gonna look at Caelynn and just be like, shrug. We didn't know.
Well, Archer looks at this little creature and he's like, he looks like he's about to kick you, TakTak. But Binks just pulls him back and he says, "Boss, it's not the time. That's the time, boss. It's not the time. I hate this man. Just what's
I'm just gonna start throwing mud on his boots.
little creatures.
Caelynn's
Oh, he hurts my brain. He just talks all the time. Tries to kick the dirt off the boots.
Caelynn's just gonna tilt her head as she watches all this, like, what the...
This band of misfits.
This was the day Kim decided to go out and find the artifact by herself.
Alright, fuck this, guys. I'm leaving you all.
So Caelynn,
Caelynn's gonna...
what would you like to do? How would you lead the party?
So, Caelynn's gonna keep thinking about it. And after some thought process, she's gonna think that here's my thought process, here's her thought process. There's a chance that somebody outside the Vale has it, and she's more concerned about that, because if the Itan tribe has it, she said she's going to come back and marry Takaum, so she can deal with that later, you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she can, but she just kind of feels like she wants to check and make sure that nobody, that, am I making sense? So she wants, her main lead is basically the person who gave them the paper with the totem. That's
That's her main
her
goal.
biggest concern right now is who was that, how did they know?
So right now, that's a bit of a dead lead, because they don't know who it is yet. So it's probably someone outside the veil.
Okay.
So with that being said, how would you go on and how would you tackle that solution? Like, what would be your solution to this problem then?
So they don't know. They know.
So
they know where they received where they were supposed to bring it, right?
Right. So whoever wanted it knows it existed, which means they are outside the veil. And if they're outside the veil, then that means it could mean numerous things. But one of the mindset that you're having right now, it could mean that someone outside the veil has it right now, or a creature, or somewhere outside the veil. Because the only way to get it is for you to go into the veil. If some outsider took it, then
it's already gone.
Then that is like extremely dangerous for your tribe, and can lead to quite a bit of problems.
Yeah.
So how would you go to tackle this solution then? I mean, this question.
I feel like. No, I'm not the greatest at puzzle solving, but I'm trying. But if they know where they were supposed to drop it off, maybe go there and work backwards and try and find, who they were dropping it off for, who wanted it, why they wanted it. See if maybe anybody else, knew of it and wanted it as well.
Sure. Well, you know that the party told you that the totem is somewhere in here.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We assume. Yeah.
In the veil. Okay.
Well, that's what the man told them. The man told them.
Yeah, but we did say that it could have already been taken out. But we were told it was somewhere in here.
Okay.
To which I said someone might have taken it.
Right.
Because our people don't really know what it does.
So I guess
I'll tell you right now. The Itan tribe is in your home, so they're not at their own village.
So we could easily go look.
Right.
You can easily go look, but it will lead you backwards, basically.
Oh.
Everybody's probably gonna wake up and notice us missing.
So, do I know of other tribes in the area that might have taken it?
Oh, there's plenty of tribes in the area. They're just further apart. There's another tribe close by, and they're known as the Kano tribe, but they seem to be quite secluded and not a lot of tribes interaction there.
I could ask her and
In fact, you often visit the boundaries of the Kano tribe because you have a very special friend that you like to speak to there.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Would my friend perhaps give me any insight, any guidance of
Yeah, you could always ask, because generally that's what Caelynn likes to do. She would always ask her friend for help.
Well, she's definitely a bit at a loss right now, so it does sound like visiting said friend is a good idea.
Sure.
So, after thinking for a bit, really thinking too, scrunched face, chin, holding chin, really thinking about this, she's gonna, have, this epiphany moment, and she's just gonna, and she's gonna turn to face the right direction and start walking in the direction without really saying much.
Arch and Binks looks at each other, then looks over at Caelynn, then looks over at Theo and TakTak, and just kind of put their hands up with a question mark.
I guess we'll fall the way. I'll start stumbling and using my hand to touch the trees as we go.
Yep, TakTak follows behind Theo. He's buddy.
Okay. So, you guys travel quite a bit of ways away. It takes about 2 hours for you to even to even make it halfway. Like I said before, Caelynn, your character normally don't just walk. So you would get there a lot faster. But times have been rough on you lately, so therefore you're walking. So 2 hours will take you guys about halfway there. And the moon is still high and up, and you can still see both of them. Along the journey, it is quiet and a bit eerie. The forest itself sings with creatures laid all across the ground, and hooings of predators at night. It doesn't seem to bother Caelynn, but it bothers the freak out of Arch and Binks. They're stumbling about, but every now and then they find some solace. And they would always go up to Theo and says, well, they would go up to Theo, Arch would, and says, "Hey, tree lover, do you need me to hold that torch for you?"
Do you need another light? I have another torch.
No. I just want to be helpful.
Sure. Thanks, Arch.
Yeah. And as you give him the light, you would stumble, Theo. As you stumble, Arch looks at you and says, "Watch where you're going, tree lover."
I'll just ignore his jab. I just use my hands to like kind of guide the way.
Yeah. As you stumble forward, you realize that Binks kind of fall up behind Arch. He says, "I did the boss, I tripped him." Hish!
I gotta take out another torch. This isn't working. Now we have 2 torches.
Right.
Yes.
Us as we're walking, as I trip, I'm like, "Hey, this isn't so bad down here, Top."
Topper gives you a thumbs up.
So, about another 2 hours or so, you finally, Caelynn, rummage through the deep forest and take you beyond a different part of the vale. You pass the forest where the trees are like pines and oaks. You get closer to a part where you can see the beautiful swamp-like area with lights that just skids the surface of the water, with grass that grows so tall. As you get closer, you find the little tiny log boat that you have made for yourself to get there, and you move the tree leaves off of it and you push it towards the water. This bog area, or I should say quagmire, is pretty deep, and you use this boat to travel and skate a lot to the top of the surface with ease. You have coated the bottom of this log boat of sorts with the sap from the mystical fey creatures that kind of lived around this area. They're sort of like creatures that are like fireflies that lands on the tip of the grass and then dies and then blooms into a flower.
Whoa, what the fuck?
When it dies, it secretes a sap that allows it to bloom into a flower. At that time, you would take the sap and you would coat the bottom of the boat so that it can skid along the quagmire with ease. It's enough to fit everybody, but Arch and Binks have a hard time balancing themselves on it, though.
Does she do that, like all that, while we're there, or is this just how they prepared the boat?
Oh no, that's how she prepared the boat. Actually,
I got to see it.
Actually, yeah. It's a quick. I'm so sorry. You do have to do that on the boat every now and then. The coat doesn't last long. You do have to coat it every now and then. So TakTak do get to see it.
Okay, because if TakTak sees that, he's all about materials and stuff like that. He's gonna try and get a little sample jar and like collect some of his own.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want some weird slick jelly stuff?
Yeah, actually, you collect it, and you know that you can use these material components for 2 spells.
Oh, nice.
You know you can use it for dancing light if you want to, and or you can use it for web.
Perfect. There we go. Should I give it any name or should I just call it weird slick jelly stuff?
It's up to you. You can give it a name if you want. You're the creator.
Connor's gonna be sitting there looking at it and like collecting, and he's gonna call it. It's from dragonflies or dragonfly-like creatures that come and die.
Fireflies. They're like fireflies.
Oh, fireflies, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. So now I'm on the spot, trying to think of a really good name for this thing. Because for all of time, it'll be called this.
You can come back to it. We can come back to it. I can give you more time.
Yeah, come back to it. I
Okay.
got a couple ideas I'm still around.
Okay.
But yes, either way, he's collecting it now and he'll name it later.
Alright. So,
Then
Caelynn.
away they go on the boat.
Caelynn, you realize as you look at your boat and you look at your party, you realize that Arch and Binks probably won't fit
I don't,
in
I
it.
don't want them.
Well, it's fun having you.
Definitely don't want to bring them.
Okay, so how would you go about doing that then? You have just finished waxing this boat, coating this boat, the bottom of the boat with
You're like, hey, let's take a
the,
nap here.
the flowers. And you see TakTak look at you with the biggest, widest eyes in all of man. And watching you and observing how you extract this this element. And he does the same. And he puts it in his little cube thing that, odd to you, extremely odd to you, but you also find it quite fascinating. How do you go about, and as you finish coating it, you push the boat out into the quagmire and you look back, party, and you realize that this boat probably can't carry 2 people. They can probably only carry up to 3. Not 5.
It's gonna be really easy. She's gonna look back at the party. She's gonna point to TakTak and say, you. And then she's gonna point to Theo, you. And she's gonna wave her 2 fingers for them to come. And then she's gonna point at the other 2 and hold her hand up. Stay. And
Arch and Binks looks so confused and says, "Alright, you're not going to steal the freaking artifact from me and just take it away, are you?"
Stay.
He looks at Theo.
I mean,
How about you stay and I'll go?
we could try to make a second boat. I'll turn to her and I'm like, I'll say it in Elvish. I'm like, they need protection. We can't leave them here.
She's gonna look over at them and then look back at Theo and she's gonna be like, they'll be fine. Just in perfect Elvish, you know? They'll be fine. Let's go.
No, elves kill humans.
She's just gonna kind of stare at him for a little bit.
She's like, what's the problem with that again?
Like, what's wrong with these 2 idiots? And she's gonna repeat herself, but they will be fine. Let's go.
Hey, Arch, Binks. Can I pull out my tent and bedroll? I think I have a tent. Oh, maybe I don't have a tent, but I have bedroll. I'll take out some torches and rations and such. Be like, I don't want to cause anything. We can only go. You guys stay here. We won't steal the artifact. You will get your fair share of money.
Buddha. Tree hugger.
What do you say?
You better tree hugger.
Yeah. Here you go. I put the bedroll to his chest. I'm like, get comfy. We'll do the hard work for you. Best investment you made, right?
I like the sound of that.
Caelynn will visibly roll her eyes.
I guess, yeah, I'll hop on the boat.
Okay.
Can I at least, like, try to find, like, a more secluded, like a under thing that they could set up at?
Actually, when you look around,
Because I have...
when you look around, you can feel comfortable knowing that they're pretty safe. Looks like this area hasn't been to or traveled to quite a bit.
Okay.
Caelynn was right. Not a lot of elves come through.
Okay.
Yeah. There's many trees that looms over wickedly, but somehow, in some way, in this area, it kind of gives a graceful look into the setting. Overall, they can rest under these long looming trees that kind of crooked over. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll just be like, you two enjoy the sights. It's one in a lifetime kind of deal.
Alright. They sit back and enjoy the sight. I forgot to make you do this earlier.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna have to make you do this now, so it's only
Okay.
fair, because I don't want to chip you. You have to make me a perception check for me.
Don't mind if I do.
In this scenario, you need to be proficient. Are you proficient?
I rolled a natural 20 and I get a +6 to perception, so.
Are you proficient?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, natural 20. All right.
Damn, son. You see everything.
All right, Caelynn.
Oh, new dice so good, dude. New dice. I'm crying.
I don't want to spoil this to the rest of the party. So, you're going the only one that knows this.
I'll go leave the room if you want.
No.
Okay, you're just gonna do. Oh man, we're gonna have to snuggle in this canoe. Snuggly canoe.
Get all nice and cozy.
Big man, small boy.
Doesn't take up any space. It's just you two.
Ooh.
I just like how TakTak's like, ooh, go.
Yes.
Stop talking to the
She started using me in on wood, and he's just like, ooh.
This stuff real good.
I think I want to call it glip. Glowing liquid ingots paste.
Glip.
Blip.
Glip.
I like it.
I'm gonna write it down.
Oh, I got it written down.
We love it. We love Blip.
Glip.
It's gonna be bad times if TakTak's the one who gets to name lots of things so they can go on their adventures.
It's fine.
I look forward to it.
Historians 100 years from now are gonna look back at the research notes and just be like, what the fuck?
Okay, that's it. This is as you leave, by the way.
Man,
Thank
we'll
you.
take
Very
them
cool.
with us and want the shiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you both TakTak has to push from the rear so he can jump onto the
TakTak or the...
yeah, TakTak.
Oh.
Because TakTak's too short.
Yeah.
So
Ah.
and Caelyn's pushing in the front. With the help of no, it's okay. With the help of Theo, Caelynn, you managed to push the boat as it grazed the top of this quagmire with various foliage grown about. You all hop on the boat in unison. Somehow, someway, you guys did it in unison. Amazing.
Already tainted.
Yeah.
There in the boat, you see there's a paddle, and you took the paddle and on the side of the boat, and you just start paddling. The water of this quagmire is so beautiful because the light from the clips are coating, just coating the top of this water, just kind of lighting the pathway so everybody can see. Towards the middle, you see a large looming tree, a very, very old tree, with its branches crooked and overhanging itself and its leaves sagging. You get to it and you notice that you can climb on its roots all the way to this gigantic tree in the middle. You park your, you anchored your boat right by one of its roots. and you see Caelynn just immediately jump off.
The boat's like, I'm like, ugh.
As it moves side to side, you try to balance yourself. I need
Uh-oh.
Theo to make an acrobatics check.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
I'm not good at those. With my nice -1.
Oh, and you too, TakTak.
Oh.
Later, suckers.
6.
6. Nice.
Bye.
Alright, acrobatics. 10!
10. Oh my gosh. So, TakTak, you succeeded, and Theo, you barely succeeded.
Oh,
but
nice.
You fall and hit your chin on the root of the tree, but you managed to hug it.
Okay.
So you
cool.
don't fall
Tree
over.
hugger.
And you notice that TakTak is hugging your backside so that he doesn't fall over.
Yes.
I'm gonna, at that, I'm gonna be like, rub my chin a little bit, and I'll be like, Caelynn, some warning would be nice next time. Thank you.
Caelynn, like a squirrel, already like so fast and
Yeet.
passed beyond you that when you look up, she have already set herself on top of a root that kind of bends up like an arm, and right up to the middle of the tree, and she just sits there.
Kind of like admire the tree. Like, this is a weird looking tree. But it looks like really old, right?
Yeah, it's really old.
I'm like, TakTak, this is what I was looking for.
Oh?
And TakTak, you find something amazing on the root of the tree.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, you have to make a perception check. So go ahead and make a
damn
perception check. Are you proficient?
No.
This would be at a disadvantage.
Okay.
No clip for you.
Yeah, not at all. 17 is a good roll, but
Oh,
I
nice.
can't use that one. Oh, 14 for the other one. Do I get any kind of pluses?
Mm-hmm.
+2. No, yeah. I get a 16.
With a disadvantage? Wow, that's
Yes.
amazing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good
With a
odds.
16, you notice some material on the base of the roots that is like in the water, right where the chin of Theo has hit. You noticed and you looked closer and closer that there are some materials and components about this that strikes odd to you. Why don't you make a nature check? Are you proficient?
Oh, wait, I am. Ah!
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Well,
make.
because he collects them.
Go ahead
And I
and-
just...
Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check with advantage.
Alright. Oh, I got a 4 on that first roll. Hopefully the second one's better. Not much. I got a 7 on that one. But I do get a +5, it says here, though. So,
A 12.
12? Yeah.
Okay. With a 12, the moss that grows on the root of this on its roots seems to be a bit odd. You can't put your finger on it, but you know this material seems to be quite handy in the future. You can't put your finger on it. You're so close. You're like, this really intrigues you because you feel like you've used a moss before, right? But this moss is definitely odd. You can totally tell by its coloration and its smell. Instantly.
The way it's shiny, so he wants to collect it even if he doesn't know what it does. Research.
Or you can always ask Caelynn later.
But yeah. I mean, is it just simple enough just to reach on in and grab it?
Very simple enough.
Object would just jump right in the water if he has to.
No, it's not in the water. It's right by the root that connects to the water. So it's
Okay.
so you can scrape some and put it in one of your test tubes.
Okay. I'll put a little question mark next to it so he finds out what it is, but strange moss.
Okay. All right. So, Theo and TakTak, you finally scurry your way up to the tree, but it's quite difficult to climb. I want you guys to make an athletics check, both of you.
This is where we die.
We are bumbling idiots.
Yeah.
Oh.
With disadvantage?
If you're not proficient, it would be at a disadvantage, yes.
What if I am proficient?
Then it'll just be a straight up roll.
Damn it. That's a solid 11.
Solid 11, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, my first roll was a 2, so unless I roll a 1, I'm guessing that's what I'm going to get. And my other roll was a 4. Alright, let's go now.
It's okay, you're on my back.
Because I got a +0 in athletics.
Okay, so both of you guys try to climb the tree, and it's taking you quite a while. This tree is large enough to make a difference in the speed of which you guys climb. You notice that Theo is about 5 feet ahead of TakTak. You look back and you kind of scurry back down to... Actually, you just sit there. You wait there for TakTak to reach up next to you, eventually. It takes about like 5 minutes or so.
Oh, Jesus. Can I try to help him?
Yeah, you then finally help him.
Just tie a rope around me, just pull me up, it'll be fine.
You guys eventually make it up, but Caelynn has already been waiting for about 15 minutes.
Jesus. Oh, when I was going to climb up, I want to like do my thing where I whisper in Elvish like, something to the tree.
Yeah, what do you want to say to the tree?
Well, I assume it's like an old tree, so whatever like prayer I'm supposed to say.
Okay. Alright.
That's it.
Okay. About 15 minutes up to the tree, Caelynn, you can hear Theo chanting something in Elvish. Murmuring under his breath. You know it's Elvish, but you can't make out what he's saying. He finally reaches up to the top of the root where it rests, and where you're resting. What do you want to say, Caelynn, as they arrive? What do you want to do, I should say?
Am I with my friend yet? Is this where friend is?
It's where friend is, yeah. But
okay, so I can talk to friend now?
Friend is quiet. Friend's very quiet. What do you do?
Well, once they finally get up, I'll give them a look like it's about time.
Hey, sorry,
and
we're
then
not.
I guess I will try to call my friend and see if they'll talk to me.
They call me tree hugger, not tree climber.
Okay.
Is it like a landing area, or is it still just?
Yeah, it's like a landing area where they could sit next to you, and where you're sitting as well.
She'll walk like towards the base of the tree, and she'll like put one of her hands like cupped to her mouth. And I'm gonna butcher this name. I'm so sorry, Eric.
It's okay.
And she'll
You're just
she'll
butchering
start
your
calling
friends.
you Kitura.
Okay. All of a sudden, the tree whispers back to you.
Oh my god.
And says something to you, but you can't quite hear it. But you know that its voice is there, just faint. What do you say? What else do you say though?
In Elvish, she'll like keep kind of walking around, and she will repeat herself. Kitura, I can't hear you.
I'm like, is your friend here? Like looking around.
Doc just gotta lean over. What was she talking to?
Maybe the other tribe? Is this... You know, elves can teleport through trees.
As you say that, Theo,
Oh.
the tree slightly shakes as the roots that the root that you're on, start shifting and moving.
Oh, okay. Can I try to help TakTak?
Yeah, you can try to help TakTak.
I pick him up.
You pick him up, which makes your acrobatics would be at
Shit.
Were you proficient with acrobatics?
No.
Where we fall.
We fall together.
Okay.
Rose
for life.
Yeah. Rose for life and death. Let's go.
And as it shakes, you guys don't fall, but
I just want to make sure he doesn't fall off the tree.
right, definitely. As it shakes, you also fall to your on your stomach, but you hold on to TakTak. TakTak leans on the side of the roots, dangling as you hold on to his arms.
Oh no.
You finally pull him up. He's light enough for you just to quickly pull him up. And you see Caelynn still standing, staring at the tree, waiting in eagerness. Her eyes wide open, not blinking once, waiting in anticipation, but with no answer.
Like, I call out to her. I'm like, what's going on? Caelynn.
Caelynn doesn't respond right away.
You're like, eh? Oh.
I'm sorry, Caelynn doesn't respond right away, but eventually it comes to her senses, and she says,
I do not know.
You don't know?
Where's my friend? Can I hear my friend yet?
Who is
make
your
a
friend?
make a perception check at this point.
Oh god, that jumped out of the tray. Oh no, you should stay out of the tree. That's a 9.
With a 9 in total?
9 in total.
Well, with a 9, the tree continues to shake, but it stops after like about a second. And then, all of a sudden, your pendant glows. Caelynn, the pendant that your father gave you. Your mother's pendant that shines so bright. The gem in the middle shines his blue aura. And as it does, this aura, you hear a sound of as a magical energy spreads apart in the radius that echoes in this entire quagmire. You look back at the tree in earnest, and all of a sudden, by the base of the tree, the entire tree splits just open just a little bit, and a face appears from the tree. A face of beautiful proportions, an angular face, and long ears, just like your own. With long bark-like hair and skin. You hear it finally says to you. And you've never seen this before, by the way.
I was gonna say, this doesn't seem normal.
No, it's not. She says, Sanok nalan maite yune. Greeting, my beloved daughter.
Oh.
Ooh.
Excuse me?
Shit just got real.
Oh boy. Caelynn's just gonna stare at the face. Very confused and flustered. She has no idea what to say. She's just so confused and
Okay.
Meanwhile, I was like shielding TakTak in fear until I heard the elf say that, and I'm like in a
Just
maze.
like hanging on the field and like bear hugging the tree at the same time. I assume all that was also in Elvish and everything, or magical stuff,
Yeah.
so TakTak has no idea what they're saying.
Right now it's in Elvish, but it seems that when she says greetings, my beloved daughter, it transcends even your understanding, so you do understand it.
Oh.
Okay.
Well then, yeah.
Wait, do you
definitely
speak-
be scary at magic time.
I'm so sorry, do you speak Sylvan?
Me?
No, TakTak.
No, TakTak's got Goblin, Gnome, Common, and Undercommon.
Oh, okay. That's very helpful, actually. Theo, what's your language?
Elvish and common.
Elvish and Common.
So, TakTak will just hear Theo like quietly whisper, like in shock. He's like, "It's true. It was true."
She part tree?
What?
Theo snapped out of his daze as he answers you, by the way.
I'm like,
Oh, everybody's in it.
yeah, we're all like, what the fuck?
Okay,
I guess we
so-
wait for Caelynn.
As the face says that to you, and with no response from you, Caelynn, the tree splits open even more. And protruding out of the the base of the tree, you see a full body. A body made of elven-like proportions and so elegant and beautiful. You see a bunch of trees, vines and roots still attached to her backside as she extends out, finally meeting you at eye level. She says to you, and everybody can hear this, "Please, hear my story."
Guess we wait for her story.
No, she's
Oh,
waiting,
yeah.
she's waiting for an answer from Caelynn.
Caelynn is gonna like look at her like still kind of confused and bewildered, but eventually she'll be like, "Mom?"
She says, "My beautiful Mahite. I am... In life, I was known as Gwessar.
Delta.
Over the years, I pray that my soul would guide you on your journey. So before I passed on, I asked the tree to preserve my soul, so that I may speak to you, and one day share you my story. Share my story, I should say.
She's gonna like feel still confused, but definitely curious at this point. What is your story?
Let us connect. She extends her hand out.
Caelynn will grab her hand.
Okay. All of a sudden, once you do, everybody, Theo and TakTak, you see her necklace glow, this bright light, just flashing white light, that just shoots out like a sound that rings so, the pitch is so high that it like rings in your ears for a bit. And the sonic-like sound, it kind of hurts. So I want everyone to make, both you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wonderful. That's
Don't
a
make it
solid
so
2.
A solid 2.
Damn it, Theo!
Oh, no.
What about you, TakTak?
Oh wait, as a gnome, I get proficiency with that. Advantage on wisdom against magic throws. That be it?
Oh, that's fair. It is technically considered magical, and you got it.
Alright, so, well, first roll was an 8, so let's see if I can beat that.
I believe in you.
Oh, 17 is like a 1 plus 2, so 19.
19. Yeah, you succeeded. So
I just
you don't feel stunned by this effect, but you still do hear a ringing in your ears. Your eyes, you kind of have to like shut it so that the blinding light doesn't hurt it. But overall, you don't seem to be. There's not a lot of side effects, negative side effects. But Theo, you're stunned. You're under the condition called stunned.
Okay.
So
I'll
you're
just
like
collapse and try to grab my head.
Yeah, you're like collapsing, grabbing your head,
trying to find ground.
You're like,
stable ground.
basically.
Right.
But with that being said, in your vision, Caelynn, you see a woman, an elven woman, a very pretty elven woman that walks in with long platinum blonde hair, and her front bangs are braided and tucked behind her ears, covering, and a long part of her hair covers it. And her long ears protrude out of the side of her head, and she wears a small elven crown intertwined by leaves, golden leaves, around her forehead. her eyes are this invigorating, like attractive, like sort of like blonde. I mean, gold eyes.
Mm.
And she looks over at your direction and rushes in her fine cloak, elven cloak. So it's like a long sort of dress with a waist belt around it, and sort of elvish insignia along the side of the belt. It is this beautiful white. She says, "Gelden, Singlentor Gwessar." And then you hear Gelden exclaim, "Yenlara, Ranite." Then Yenlara says, "My sister, it is not wise to betray the love of our land to meet the savages that has lost their ways. Do you not want to stay and seek our own glory here?" And you hear Gelderlin respond. And at this point, you're looking through Gelderlin's eyes, so you don't technically see Gelderlin yet.
Mm.
And you hear her say, "I must go. I want to leave and explore the land and see what Gwessar has in store for me. These times are troublesome, and I do not wish to stay and fight this war of mages. Plus, I receive a message in my trance, and I want to seek its understanding." Yenlar responded, "If you go, you won't be able to come back. You will be tainted by the land." Gyalilin skips forward, puts her hand and rests it on Yenlara's shoulder and say, "Yenlara, please, for my sake, one day you must seek to find understanding in lies outside of these walls." Gyalilin finished packing her things and left. Then you hear your mother's voice, and she says, "Caelynn, this is the beginning of my journey. Over the time that I have, ever since I left Singor, Gwessar has challenged me. During my travel, many villages shunned me, and many lives died trying to save me. It changed me. It made me more mad and petty. Also weakening my powers, because the veil can no longer give me my strength. During these times, I find it hard to live amongst the land, till I stumbled upon a large tribe in the forest, known as the Emon tribe. At this point, you look in the eyes of your father, and you see a beautiful woman, and I'll show you her, like Caelynn looks like. Okay, Gelderlin's.
Dang.
Alright, so, but your father has like long brown hair, at this point in his life. He does not have gray.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Young dad.
Young dad. You hear her say to her, before you took the vision of your father, you hear your mother say, "As I was in this tribe, I've learned to love its people and learn more about what it's like to be an Eladrin. I have since long lost the understanding of what an elf is. The tribe has taught me so many things. And eventually, I met your father. Strong, a lot stronger and bigger than most elves. And And then you look to the vision of Amunhi and you see your mother. You hear him say, "The Kano tribe is a terror. They cannot claim the tree for their own." And you hear Caelynn responds, "Amunhi, relax. The tree is part of all of us. You do not need to fight it." And you hear Amunhi says, "No, Galdalin. My tribe is dying. The people out there are destroying our home, chopping down our forest. It was your kind that decided to." You see Galdalin look sad. And he says, "I'm sorry. I did not mean that. I did not mean to hurt you." Caelynn responded, "I know the high elves have dabbled in the arts of magic far beyond redemption, but it does not mean I still lose hope. It doesn't mean I haven't lost faith in them. They will come around." And when he says, "My tribe shall not suffer, and I promise you that. I will keep you safe." She says, "I'm fine." You hear Amunhi says, "I will ask our tribe, come to arms and fight the Kano tribe for the tree. It is the only way for our tribe to live." Caelynn looks sad by it, but she nods reluctantly as Amunhi leaves her by her bedside. She quickly rummaged through her things, as once he left, and find a pendant. A pendant that now you own. And she finally says, "I understand what this trance that I've seen meant." And she looks down at her stomach and her waist and she hugs it. "It is not my journey that I saw, it is yours. I hope one day you can see it too." She wrote a note and put it right below the pendant. And the note reads that when she reaches her coming of age, she shall receive this pendant. One day, she goes up to the tree, the great tree that kept all the the green elves alive, and spoke to it and said, "Great tree, please, if I were to die, please keep me as your own, so that one day I can speak to my daughter. Please, don't leave us alone." And then you hear a voice off in the distance as she turns her head. And then you hear Caelynn's voice say to you, Caelynn, "Caelynn, over the years the tribe fought and fought. And so one day I asked the tree to bear more seeds so that each tribe may have part of its tree. The god Bram gave us seeds for all of the tribes to plant. After I have passed, the tribes go on to plant it. It grew and grew, and then the tribes decided to unify in my name. They chopped down the tree that grew and created totem pieces. So that one day a great danger, like the age of Arcanum, shall rise. They will combine the totem pieces and save the Elven tribe. But if my memory serves me, the totem for the Ewon tribe, the Ewon tribe, has been lost. And I think I know what happened to it. You have finally awoken me. And if I remember correctly, one of the Ewon tribe members betrayed us. They took the totem to meet with the Ravagers beyond the Veil, east of here. Be careful. I believe there is great danger beyond the Veil. My time here is done. I shall impart you wisdom through the necklace and guidance. But my soul has finally come to an end and it can finally rest. She then touches the necklace. And as she touches the necklace, she looks at you. As if she's about to cry, as if she misses you. She then slowly wither. Like a tree, like a plant without water would wither. And at its final moments, the tree life, the elven tree shape slowly diminishes and become nothing but more than the husk of its former glory. And your necklace now glows the brighter light. Oh, what do you want to do, Caelynn?
Well, as my mom's, withering away in front of me, I'd like to try and, grab at her as if it's gonna, save her. As if, me just grabbing her is gonna make it stop, because that's my mom. And when that doesn't work and eventually she withers away, Caelynn will just kind of fall to her knees and kind of process all that information with, tears in her eyes, because it was mom, man. Fucking catch me crying in the club. The heck, man? So yeah, she's just gonna kind of sit there on her knees, trying to process everything and kind of crying.
Sure. Did Theo and TakTak get the same vision and story, or?
Only TakTak did.
Oh, because he saved? Okay.
Because he saved.
Nice.
Theo did not. So Theo is still a little bit stunned. But you can see Caelynn collapse as she hugs her pendant closer to her chest.
Dr. Goss is gonna stand there for a moment, exasperated, just be well, that was a hell of a thing, and then look at Caelynn as she's crying, but then also look to his right and see Theo having a stroke, and just be oh shit. And Taco's gonna just start slapping Theo in the face. Theo.
I'll grab your hand and my hand's all clammy. And I'm stop. Stop. I already have enough ringing in here.
You need more special goo? He's gonna kind of reach towards his pouch with that stuff he threw on you the other night to close wounds.
No. I'll kind of try to just sit down and kind of calm my head after that and be whoa, what was that? It talked. The tree talked.
I'll just nod and look over at Caelynn.
What happened to her?
Not sure.
I'm kind of...
And Doc's gonna kind of go over to Caelynn a little bit, just put a hand on her shoulder, since she's probably low enough that he can actually reach her shoulder at this point.
I'll make my way over there too.
Yeah. TakTak rests his hands on your shoulder, Caelynn, and your shoulder shrugs a little bit from the sadness and the cold touch of of TakTak, but you eventually feel the comfort and you look over and you say, or you don't say anything at all.
I was gonna say, I don't know if she's ready to say anything yet.
Side note, technically TakTak has been handling moss and dead corpse goo, so his hands might not be the cleanest. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Thanks. Very
Just something I realized right now. It's like, oh wait,
It's clean
I
as
probably should have done
I'll hesitantly like go over and she's like crying and I'm like awkward, kind of looking at TakTak, and I'll kind of sit down next to her. And which side is TakTak on, left or right?
It would be the right.
He's on the right. Damn it. Okay, so I go on the left side. And I have to turn extra far to kind of like look at her and be like, I don't know what just happened, but we're here for you. And I'll awkwardly like pat her back.
Oh.
Like try to give a comforting hand. And then if she seems like she likes it, then I'll give her a hug. Side hug. Christian side hug.
Yeah, she'll kind of like try and take both of their hands in her hand, like, and like grip them, kind of like giving herself a little comfort. And she'll kind of lean into Theo because, you know, that's nice. Hugs are nice, especially when, you know, you see your dead mom. That's cool.
Yeah.
After she like composes herself enough, she's gonna like in a common, she'll speak in her broken common. I think totem went east with ravagers.
We can go there. You rest. You need some time, I guess.
We should go now. She'll like take a deep breath and stand up. Big tough girl, ready to go.
I'll ask him like, that magic, what was it?
She'll like pause, kind of hesitant. It was my mother.
Talks gonna scratch his head a little bit. Just like, mother? And the other one's father?
Chief. And she'll like do that, like, was my dad wearing like a headdress that night, or was it just me?
Who's wearing headdresses?
What do you mean?
Like, when they saw my dad, would he be wearing a headdress? Or was he like wearing?
He would be wearing a headdress, yes.
Okay. She'll like do like put her hands up like as if she's like doing a headdress motion on her head, you know?
I have no idea what she's doing right now. Cause I was like, I don't.
It's my father.
Is he gone? The magic, it hurt my head. I didn't see anything.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
It was like we were looking through one eyes and then another eyes, and they were having conversation, and it kind of made sense, but also it was a little confusing because I didn't know who these people were, but she seemed to know who they were. And then she started crying after they figured out something, and then the mother crumbled away, and oh, yeah, no.
I guess it just doesn't work on me. It just, magic always is painful.
Topper's gonna slap you on the side as well with his same dirty hand and point to the side of his head. Gnome have funny brains. We're okay.
Well, I'm glad you're fine. Is that the one we saw? The Everlight. That was the Everlight, right? I'll ask Caelynn. And then, like, if it looks like she doesn't understand what I'm saying, I'll say it again in Elvish. The Everlight. The elves worship the Everlight?
Again. Is it Is it what he was asking? I'm not sure.
You have no idea what he's saying, to be honest.
Okay.
Only because even if you do know, he's using the wrong word for it. Like, you don't even know what the Everlight is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lost the translation.
Yeah,
She's gonna look at Theo, and she's gonna walk over to him, and she's gonna like put her hands like gently on the side of his head and like turn his head and be like,
Like looking for an injury?
Mixed up.
No. No, I was taught that it's the Everlight. The tree that talks is the Everlight.
She's just gonna like turn his head to like his like what side is his blind side again? Is it his right
It's
side?
on his right, yeah.
Yeah, so his like right side is facing her. And did you hit your head?
No, there was a loud, I don't know, something in my head. There was a blue light. And I just couldn't think after that. I didn't really hit it. I hit my chin earlier, but, you know.
She's gonna like try and like tilt his or like look under his chin to see if like she's really confused and she's trying to see if like where he has bonked his head to make him say these things.
When you tilt his chin up, you see his unkept scruff covered all. I mean, it's all covered in the moss.
Oh,
Of
wonderful.
the tree. But other than that,
Beautiful.
nothing.
Good. I make her laugh. I hope that's Caelynn. Laugh at my stupid boy.
We'll scratch his head and go, what's Everlight?
The Everlight. I mean, I didn't think it was real. I mean, not fully. I thought it was a story. It's
more nouns and verbs.
It's a goddess.
Ooh. His eyes go wide, and he sits down to listen.
I mean, a goddess that I was taught when I was younger. And I was told by my mother that there's a tree that she'd talk to, and I thought she was crazy. But I wanted to be good, and I learned her ways.
Everlight talking tree.
Yeah. It protected her. You know, people can't go into the forest. Is it the forest or woods?
It's a deep forest, yeah. So
Yeah, the forest. People can't go into the forest, but it let her in there. I don't know why. And then I'll be like looking at to Caelynn, kind of like trying to motion with my hands,
Topham's also looking at Caelynn doing the whole and finish the story.
That's how I know your language. The tree taught my mother. Humans don't know that. Humans can't go in the forest. Humans are killed by elves. But this tree, I guess, wanted something changed. I can't believe I saw it with my eye.
Right. So did you get eyes? Oh no. Poor Theo.
Sorry, I guess you saw something different.
Topham's just look between the two. I mean, what are odds of second talking tree? Wait, what are odds of second talking tree? And he just kind of looks around at the other trees. Not sure if this is a common thing here or what.
Yeah. Well, my mother's tree was destroyed.
Oh.
So
He's gonna frown at that.
I didn't think that there were more. But just in case, I'd always talk to them. Just in case, you know. Don't want to disrespect a god if I stumbled across it.
Caelynn will give Theo back his face.
Thank you. I swear I didn't hit it.
You did hit it, though.
Okay, fine. I hit my chin.
Stalker's just gonna grin.
So you saw your mother, Caelynn, and your father in the vision.
Yes. And saw lots.
And you said the artifact is with the Ravagers. I mean, we kind of killed most of the ones that we've come across so far. Do you know of where they live?
I was told the member of Eywa betrayed us to Totem East to meet with Ravagers.
Well, I don't know how confident we'd be in going by ourselves to take on a pack of Ravagers. I mean, Arch and Binks, they did help us with the other ones.
Caelyn's gonna laugh. Like a chuckle. Oh. They did.
They're not the worst in battle. I mean,
Stalker's gonna point to his chest that has that little bended up scar thanks to Theo. See that 16 of 17 hit points?
Yeah.
They hit hard.
They hit really hard. I just want us to be prepared. Do you know of their weakness?
Hmm.
Do I know a weakness of theirs? Like, how they set up their camps or anything from my time?
Ravagers?
Yeah.
No, go ahead and make a history check for me. Or nature. One of the two.
I want to know.
Can I also do
history?
the things since
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You can make a nature check. Cool.
a nature check?
Or
Go
history.
ahead. I
I
rolled
don't know which one
with
has what I
disadvantage since I'm not
want.
proficient in nature, weirdly enough.
I am not proficient in either.
Weirdly enough, yeah.
Oh, that was a nat 20!
Aww.
Nice.
Is it
Oh,
disadvantage? Is it disadvantage?
Are you proficient with any of
So
them?
that's a 6 in nature. That's bad.
A 7 in nature?
6.
Ah.
I'm not getting that extra point.
10.
10? Okay. Well, with the 6, you know that they're strong and they seem to have no weakness. And with a 10, Ravagers,
History.
they the reason why they're called Ravagers is because they ravage the land and they take what they want. They pretty much are gigantic. They're not that giant. They're thin because they don't have a lot of food around, not necessarily, and they want to be able to move fast.
Yeah.
So they prioritize speed, but just the natural build of an orc is still twice the size of a human. They're just more like 1.5 times more than a human, and they have more muscle mass still. As far as encampment goes, you're not too sure how they set up.
Like, I've never seen their
You've seen a couple, but you've never really, dig deep
Okay.
on the psychosis of a Ravager.
Do I know, like who, what, like, how do I ask this? Kind of what makes up a pack? Like, who would have this artifact, or where would they keep it?
Oddly enough, Ravagers, if they were to steal any artifact, they would only steal stuff that are usable. They don't steal just random artifacts.
I would be like, are you sure that the Ravagers have the artifact? I've never heard of a Ravager using anything like that.
Real quick question. Because I tried to write down as much as I could, but did you say that to me that there's a possibility that Totem was out of the veil?
Yes.
Okay.
It is outside the veil.
It is.
Ravagers. It is.
Okay.
Are Ravagers only inside the veil, or are they everywhere?
They're bands, so they travel anywhere. They're nomadic.
Okay.
The totem is outside, you know? But Ewan tribe member took it east. That's the start.
That is a start. We could find maybe an encampment and see where this Kestad is. Maybe the Ewan tribe betrayer is taking it there.
Mm-hmm.
You hear, you feel a gust of wind blowing, and it grazes your cheek and ears, Caelynn, and it looks like the plants are trying to talk to you. As you can hear footsteps moving quickly towards your direction.
Uh-oh, we've been had.
Now, are these footsteps, do they sound dangerous?
If plants are warning you.
Okay, that's a valid point. Thank you for helping me use my brain.
I don't think there's a single group in this area that doesn't want to capture us.
Well,
Ravagers and your people.
To be fair, you are right at the border of the Kano tribe, so you can only assume that you might have alerted the Kano tribe.
Oops.
Oh, yeah, that's a valid point. Thank you, DM. Very cool. At the warning of the plants, in the footsteps, I will look at both Theo and TakTak. Trouble. And I will start to head down the tree.
You run down the tree, and without a second thought, Theo and TakTak, what do? You see her just without a second thought, just run down the tree.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna start climbing down. Well, actually, can I try to see?
Both real quick and then shrug and start climbing. Well, TakTak is gonna yell out, "Can TakTak take some of wood?"
Do I see what
the magic talking tree
spooked her?
Oh my god.
Do I see anything?
No, wait for them to answer.
Oh.
Caelynn, do you want to answer to that or no?
The wood? No, she doesn't. She's focused on her next thing. I'm sure she didn't even hear him, honestly.
I don't know, but he can't take anything while climbing, so he's climbing down right now.
Okay. At the rate your guys are climbing down, Caelynn, you look up at them and they're like really slow. They're just scared. Like TakTak is just kind of, cautiously going down.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't tell us anything. She just kind of...
Yeah. And Theo, you look around and you don't see much.
Oh, okay.
Especially in the dark.
Well, then I'm just gonna take my time going down.
I said trouble before I ran down.
Oh, okay. Well, then if that's the case, then I would... How far is this tree up? Like, could I jump down? Like, just acrobatics? Not acrobatics, athletics it?
It's about 15 feet high from the water, but higher
I just...
from ground.
Was she pretty silent when she went down?
Oh yeah, she moves like so nimble.
Okay, well then I'm gonna do my best to just climb down the tree and...
Are you guys going to try to do it quickly, or are you guys going to try to do it cautiously? You can't have both.
I mean, quickly.
Quickly?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm like, elves are gonna know I'm
okay,
good
then
anyways.
both of you guys go ahead, roll me an athletics check.
I like athletics. I am proficient.
If you are not proficient, roll disadvantage for me.
Yep.
I'm gonna...
First one was 17.
This is where Theo bonks his head.
Second one was 5.
Oof.
Why do I roll like shit today? 12.
12? What'd you roll, TakTak?
5.
5 in total. TakTak, you stumble down, actually, as you accidentally slip, your footing slip, and you see yourself twirling and stumbling, and you land so hard onto the log boat that it almost rocket side to side, and almost flip the boat over. Caelynn, can you make me a... I think this would either take a survival or an acrobatics check.
Oh, can I pick?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm proficient on both. Doesn't matter. That's an 18.
18. You kept the boat stable, and luckily, TakTak, you did not receive any downside. You're fine. Yeah,
Nice.
you just a little
Ball damage.
little bruise here and there, so you don't take any damage, but you're fine.
Just kind of like lay semi-prone or however again, the boat just breathing heavy as he saw his life flash before his eyes, falling into the darkness. And he's forgotten about getting wood from the tree.
And luckily enough, Theo, you finally make it down. You're fine, just fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you finally make it onto the boat, and you hop onto the boat, and you see Caelynn already immediately. You start rowing.
I go, what about Arch and Binks?
Well, you guys don't have to go that way anyway.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah, you're going that exact same way. Anyways.
Cool, cool. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, still, my question stands. I'm like, what about Arch and Binks?
She'll get you. As she's rowing, she's just gonna be like, I don't understand why you care about them. They're not nice, but we are going to them.
They have lives. I try to help. They haven't done anything horrible yet.
And Taylor secretly want the arm and stuff.
When they die.
They just gotta be away from me when they
wants
die.
them next to her when she dies.
I'm like, I got you, bro.
The bodies.
I'll keep your stuff in memory of you.
Oh my god. So yeah, Caelynn will row that boat real fast, dude.
Okay.
Okay, can I try to help?
Go ahead. Both of you guys, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Ah, fuck. I almost took the survival. But I did not. No, finally.
So bad. That's a 10.
A nice +0. I got a 12.
12. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
In total, you guys rolled 22, and you guys rolled pretty fast. You guys get to the bank of the area real quick, bank of the quagmire real quick, to a point where you can before you even notice, you see Arch and Binks about to set everything up.
Wow, they waited so long. Okay.
They waited quite a bit, 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Do they see us coming or?
Yeah, they see you coming now.
I'm gonna like
They have
motion.
the torch up, and they're like, "Hey."
I'll be like, I'll motion like, run. Or actually, no. I'll say instead. I'll motion pack up. Pack up.
He's gonna roll an insight to try to understand what you're saying.
Oh God.
He's got 3 disadvantages to this.
Oh, he does have a disadvantage because he's not that smart. I forgot. Oh, wow! You rolled really high!
I've been working on my broship with him, bro.
Arch totally understands what's going on, and he
Gotcha.
just like pulls the torch, pack everything, which is not that bad. He just started, and he waits for you guys to get up to the shore, and you finally get up to the shore, and
I'll get out and I'll tell Caelynn, you go by water. I'll run with them.
wait. She can't go by water.
Oh really? It
Can I
just
go by
ends?
trees? It's fine.
Oh yes, you can go.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Okay,
Never
cool.
mind.
It's a quagmire, so
Oh.
it's like a swamp area.
Oh, I don't know what the quagmire is. Damn. Well, anyways, I'll get out and help grab the stuff, and then tell Arch, we have to be quiet. We have to keep moving. No artifact here. Sorry, guys.
He nods his head, and no fire.
We need the fire.
Okay.
It'll make us faster. We have a better chance.
Okay. So he gives you one torch, and you guys all start running.
Yeah.
As you guys are being chased, you notice that Caelynn is running swiftly through the trees, as you can totally tell that she has left you guys in the dust.
Damn it.
Later.
Actually, no, not really. You need to know where Caelynn's going because you need to know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
So Caelynn, you're still moving pretty slow, not as fast as you want. You're hopping from trees to trees and wait.
You're
It's kind
so
of one of those things where
antsy.
you're like,
Can I like see behind them? Like, can I see who's following us? Can I like?
oh, most certainly make a perception check.
Thanks. Oh baby, I've got to do math.
Oh, baby.
That's a 22.
22. You see elves are giving chase, but they're still far behind. Luckily, your allies are got a jump on them. Got a lead, I should say. Head start. But at this rate, though,
they're gonna catch up.
The elves are gonna catch up because, like I said before, they move through the trees quite quickly, and your foreign friends barely can just traverse through the woods without bumping into a tree. So.
What's that?
Okay. So that.
Oh boy.
All right. It's gonna be a chase sequence. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna have you guys all roll for initiative, and then we're gonna see what happens in this chase. Okay?
Alright. Hey, let's do it.
And then the enemy will go last, always.
I'm pretty sure I rolled all my bad ones earlier.
So everyone, just roll for initiative for me.
That's pretty good. That's not really good. 10.
10.
With my nice -1. Yeah.
Okay. What'd you roll?
I got a +1, but I got a 6.
Oh, Tal'Dorei roll a 6.
I rolled a 17.
Oh my gosh, Caelynn rolls a 17. Okay.
It makes sense.
So Caelynn, Theo, and TakTak. Cool. Oh, and Arch and Binks. I gotta roll for Arch and Binks. Here we go. This is gonna be Arch and Binks. Oh! Binks is so slow! Arch is pretty fast. Okay. Alright, I'm already... This is under the... How this is gonna go is... I am already under the assumption that you guys are running at maximum speed. That means you're doubling your movement, dashing the entire time. But because of that, it does hurt your stamina. And to gauge your stamina is your constitution modifier. So what we're going to do is we're going to take your constitution modifier and you add, I believe, 1 to it. And that is how much you have to get an extra burst of speed. Like you sprint even further beyond your limits. And every round, it will take a constitution for you to do that. You could just normally run normally and sacrifice and do other things, but I'm just letting you know that's how the chase sequence is going to work. And at the end of everyone's round, I will determine whether or not the enemy has catch up, depending on what you guys have done. Is that okay?
Yes, but I have a quick question. Before we start all, like, running, can I ask, like, Caelynn, why are you running? Can't you talk to them?
She's just gonna give him a look, like a I'll explain later look.
Okay. I'll start, like, getting ready to run.
Okay, as you guys are getting ready to run, the top of the round, I believe it's going to be Caelynn, and then it's going to be Arch. So Caelynn, you're running as fast as you can through the forest, but waiting on top of the trees, one by one. The enemies are quickly closing the distance. What would you like to do?
This is a good question. How close are the enemies? Like, are they like more than 30 feet back? Basically, is what I'm trying to figure out.
No, they're about 30 feet behind.
Oh, okay. Can I? Since I'm in the trees and I can run faster, to try and slow them down, can I use Thorn Whip?
Okay, how?
I'm thinking just trying to put, like, the Thorn Whip, like, in their path, not so much, like, trying to, like, hit somebody in particular, but, like, to try and, like,
sure,
like,
okay.
Just to kind of make it a nuisance to, like, you know, just to give the guys, the boys here, like, more distance.
Sure.
To try and give them more distance.
Sure. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and make me a survival check for me and see how well you do.
Yes, dude.
How well you can lay a trap.
And you said survival, right?
Yes.
That is a 25.
Ooh, the 25.
Nice.
You talk to the tree real quickly, and the tree shoots out these thorn whip vines, stretching each other, making some sort of like wall so that it doesn't pass by. You look down at your allies, and you can see TakTak is slowly falling behind. People are like Theo is slowly losing him, and everybody's slowly losing him because he has the his speed is only 25. Your speed is only 25, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Tiny legs.
He has his tiny legs. He's a really good sprinter, not long distance runner. So, with that being said, Caelynn, you can continue to move, and I want you to be your turn. Okay, so Arch is going to push Binks aside because Binks is too slow, holding him back, and he's running and running and running and running. He does not care about any of you guys. He's just leaving you behind.
Thanks, bro.
He kind of like push Theo aside a bit and TakTak to get out of his way. He's like, yeah, get out of my way. Running.
Stump on a root.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh, I forgot to roll for complications, but I'm gonna roll complications for him, and we're gonna see how it goes. Okay, with a 10, it seems like nothing happens, and he continues to move forward. We're gonna then roll for. No, it's gonna be your turn, Theo.
Okay, I don't really have much I can do, so I'm gonna just keep running, but I want to try to make a path for TakTak and Binks.
Okay, yeah.
I'm used to running away from shit.
Okay. Make a survival check.
Thank you. Plus 0, 17.
With the 17, well, you managed to carve some path, cut some branches along the way to make sure TakTak could make his way through.
Oh.
And
I don't really want to cut, but can I like push?
Sure.
things?
You can break some branches, push it away aside, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because I just don't want to be like a glaring path of, hey, we ran through this way. So.
No matter what, you're still gonna make a glaring path.
Oh, okay.
These wood elves thinks they can see the difference.
That's okay. Sounds good then. I'll push it all the way.
Okay. TakTak, on your next complication, you will roll on any of your complications. You get to roll with advantage.
Yeah.
But your complication, you rolled a 12, and with a 12, you notice that there is a tree that has fallen over, in the forest, and it's obtruding your path. You would either jump over it or go under it. It's up to you.
I'm gonna kind of hold my kind of action to help Binks and TakTak get over / under it.
You already. I'm assuming.
Oh, okay, I did. Well then I'm gonna go over it because I'm tall.
Okay, make an acrobatics, make an athletics.
Yeah, that's right. I'm good at athletics. Why am I not so good at athletics? 13.
But 13, yeah, you leap over the log with ease, and you continue your path.
I'm supposed to be proficient. Come on, Theo. It's dark.
Next up is going to be you, TakTak. What would you? You're running through. What would you like to do as your action?
Alright, so they're following, and it definitely seems like, they're not searching for us, they know where we are kind of thing.
You can't tell.
We're just running.
Only Caelynn is able to tell. Yeah. Actually, you know what? That's fair. You have dark vision, right? So I think it's fair if you make a perception check for me, you can probably gain a better insight.
Okay, alright, let me try. Disadvantage with it? Because I don't have it as one of my advantage ones.
Oh, yes, please. This requires you to be proficient.
Yep. Now, first one was 18, which probably can't use. Second one is 16. Actually, that works.
Hey.
Perception, I got +2, so 18 anyways. Nice. That actually worked out.
Right now, you can tell that they have not caught onto your scent, but there's a lot of them moving throughout the forest. And since the forest is their home, they know where to go and what to do. So it's quite difficult to ascertain whether or not they're chasing you or just making a routine perimeter check.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Both of them, you do not want to. Either way, you don't want to be in a crossfire.
Yeah.
Okay. with that same roll, or I can roll again, do I see any woodland animals or anything like that around us?
So with the same roll, it'd be half because you're running. So technically you do see some woodland creatures. Yeah. You see some night owls that are hunting, but they're flying away from the sight of Caelynn moving through the forest.
Okay. I mean, it's a long shot in the dark, but what my brain was trying to figure out was, so an artificer has magical tinkering,
Right.
which apparently is only one action, so it's something you can do real quick. And one of those tinkering things is whenever tapped by a creature, the object emits a recorded message that can be heard up to 10 feet away. So I was trying to see if maybe if I could record something and throw it at like an animal to draw attention. But
Okay. I mean, it's possible you could do it.
okay.
All right. You
Nice.
go ahead.
Alright, if you're okay with it, then yes. So he'll pull just some, like, because he's probably got little, like, half gadget things he's been, like, tinkering together. So he pulls a little half thing, focuses a little bit of magic into it to give it that property. And then, it's not a whisper, but also not normal sound voice, because it still kind of amplifies from 10 feet away. Just be like, over here! And then he's gonna try and chuck it at one of those goddamn owls.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Roll a hit. Actually, you know what? I'll say you succeed. Just roll deception to see how well you can deceive them.
Oh, okay. And I don't have that one, so I'm assuming also at disadvantage, right?
No. You roll with advantage because you used a spell, so therefore it's straight up.
Oh, it evens out. Okay. Ooh, 17, but minus 2, so 15.
Okay, duly noted. Let's see how well they do. So, you manage to throw this small object that hits the owl. The owl will then, fly away and screams, "Over here!" Like off in the distance. Giving this illusion, this deception, making it work really well. You feel confident. But as you do that, you notice that Theo, luckily Theo carved a path for you, and you're able to pay attention, but not well enough to might trip over a vine, because there's like a bunch of vines at the base of this tree, and it's about to hit, you're about to run into it. Make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can save yourself from it. With advantage.
Alright.
With
And when you
advantage.
That's an 11. Well, which type of roll was it again?
Dexterity
Advantage.
saving throw.
Oh, dexterity. I get a +1 to that, so 12.
Did you roll with advantage?
Oh, with advantage? Yeah.
Because Theo's helping you.
Well, the other one was an 8, so 12.
what a god.
So 12.
Yeah.
Okay. With a 12, you succeed. You manage to not triple the vine. You kind of like hop over it a little bit, and then go under the tree trunk. Under the fallen log, just fine. And manage to catch up to Theo. Well, almost. Yeah, but something odd about Binks as he runs up right next to you, and he's like, "Get out of my way!" and tries to kick you out of his way. TakTak. That's gonna be his action.
This
actually.
bitch beats.
Oh,
You suck.
does a 12 hit you?
Oh, armor class 13, it says.
Oh, Tom misses. He tries to hit you, but you manage to get out of the way as he tries to stomp past you. That will be his turn. Let's see how well the enemy do.
Haha.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Good job, TakTak.
Roll 20 on our side.
Holy
Yes.
shit!
Oh my god.
Okay, with
idiots.
both twos,
2 2s.
we're gonna end this chase sequence because you managed to outrun them and
Nice.
outmaneuver them.
Woo!
Damn.
Getting mad flex, dude.
But, Caelynn, about 30 minutes after actually about 10 minutes or so after the chase, everyone kind of calmed down and took a breather, breathing heavily after a gigantic run, or after a long run like that. Caelynn, you're fine. But you come down, and you see your entire party sweating. Arch is like sweating. He looks like he have never run this far and this fast and this long for a long time. And Binks is like leaning up against the tree with where Arch is, breathing heavily while standing. He's like, TakTak is tired as well, and Theo is catching his breath as well.
I feel like I have like all those, you know, like vine kind of lashes like on my face.
Yeah,
from, like being swiped by the plants, making the path for everyone. Be like, what? Can you tell us what that was? Why were we running, Caelynn?
I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did I see Binks trying to trip TakTak? Is that something I've seen, or?
Why don't you make a perception check for me?
Alright, let's see. Oh, I gotta do math. Hold on.
We can't kill him yet, guys.
Shoo, she's a princess. She does what you want.
23?
You definitely see it.
Oh.
Okay. If that's the case, I would like to pull my bow and arrow and aim it at Binks.
Theo, you see this and your Binks goes,
Hey.
putting his hand up.
I asked what the trouble was. What's going on? I'll say in Elvish, we're helping you.
He, just gonna say like real angry, tried to trick TakTak. He is not interested in help, just looking out for himself.
I'm looking at Binks, like kind of looking at him like, why'd you do that?
He was just in my way. You know, just watch out for myself.
I mean, as much as I'm... Listen, Binks. I want to help you. But if you're going to betray us like that, then...
It's just a joke, you know? Prank?
It's not really a joke when it becomes life and death.
Can I fire the arrow at his foot? I don't know, like, by his feet. I don't want to hit his foot, but I want to fire the, like, I want to give him a good scare, you know?
Yeah, make an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, sweet.
I'm like, listen, I know it's
thank
all
you.
about survive, and then I say survival, and then the arrow goes in.
18 as it lands right next to his feet. He freaks out. He jumps up and hides behind the tree. And I just, oi. Look, I'm the leader here. What do I want? Only trouble amongst that. We just want the totem.
You guys.
Hey.
We can just work together. Come on, tell her that, tree hugger. You're friends with her, right? Tell her.
I mean, I can't forgive someone trying to backstab.
Oh, great. I didn't know she understands us. Me think all of us should be friends. Chicago, go.
Arch, you don't have to talk like that. I want us to all make it out of this forest. I came in here to help you not die here.
Right. Look, we all have the same goal. I don't even know what just happened back there. We just listened to you. Alright?
Okay, well, I'll put my hand on him.
Over here,
I'll put my hand on him, like, as a leader, just keep an eye on Binks. You don't want your party falling apart if they're all out for surviving by themselves. You got that, leader. I pat him.
Right, I got it. He's all proud of himself.
Yeah.
Is he called the leader?
Yeah.
Caelynn gonna roll her eyes, something fierce.
Binks.
And I'll go over to...
Tiffany, okay, boss? Yeah, Binks.
I'll kind of give, like, an intimidating look at Binks. Like a kind of like, you fuck up again. Kind of thing. I'll go over to TakTak. I'm like, hey, sorry about that.
Doctor was just like panting the whole time because, you know, long distance running, like you said, not his thing. It's okay.
Hey.
Yeah, bad aim. He's stupid.
Right. Here you go. I'll pull out my water skin. You know, take a little sip. It'll help.
Oh, thank you. You just gonna start chugging it.
Hey, I said a sip.
Oh, right.
It's like mostly gone.
Let's come back into it.
No, never mind, it's yours. Drink up, friend. Drink up. You earned it.
Second water skin added to inventory.
You should, because I keep track of those.
Yeah. So, I'll look at Caelynn and say, it won't happen again.
She'll
I won't
give, like, she'll give him like a stern nod, and she'll go and pick up her arrow.
Retrieve that arrow. Good job.
Can't be wasting arrows, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or can you?
But my question still stands. Why were you running? I assume we're out of less trouble now?
Doctor will also like point back and be like, saw other elves chasing us. That was weird.
So, the elves fight each other as well?
I ran with you. You were trouble.
I'll kind of give like a smirk. Thanks for helping us. I know we appreciate it. We can't make it through this forest without you. What TakTak say?
So much better than wood cage.
But you're the shit, what was the word? Ewya Itan. Isn't it bad if you're with us? Did the tree fully disintegrate or just the mom image?
Just the dryad image.
Oh, okay.
Just the mom tree.
Okay, just making sure. Then, okay. We'll keep you safe. And you help us get out of here. And we'll get your artifact and turn you home.
She'll give the stern nod.
Okay. With that being said, you guys wrap up. Take a little break, a little rest, but you wrap it up. And you continue your journey. As the sun slowly rises in the dawn, as the moon slowly descends and the sun slowly rises, you finally make it outside the veil when dawn just hits. Now that you're outside the veil, the forest is a bit strange to you, but you can still navigate it with ease. It's just a bit strange. You make your way, continue east, and you notice a pair of tracks, Caelynn. You look down at the tracks, and you instantly know these are not elvish tracks. These are orcs' tracks. You follow the trail of orc footprints, and then you see an elven body pressed up against a tree.
Oh no.
Bleeding. It wears the same marking and tattoos as the Eywa tribe. It looks like you know this person already, actually, and you're sad to see it. It is Iwani's father.
No.
Lied and bloody. His name is Letunak.
They two knock?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude.
You see him pressed up, and he's like slowly opens his eyes to see you as you finally, as you finally notice that your eyes have met. What do you do, Caelynn?
We're all behind her, right?
Yeah, you guys are. She's tracking these orc, and then she finally found it.
So she like stops, and we're all running behind her, we're like, and then see the injured elf.
Caelynn will run over to him and in Elvish, ask what's going on, what happened.
He says, "I am sorry. Ewya, I have betrayed the tribe."
Ooh.
Got him.
She'll look really angry for obvious reasons, and she'll shout, "Why? Why would you do that?"
Please spare Iwani. She did nothing wrong. And he says, "I wanted power for the tribe." And at that last breath,
Oh no. Can I try to heal him?
he passed on.
Damn it. Ah. I asked him who he gave it to. Okay. Too late.
Well, no, it's the trail continues.
Okay.
It's just that it looks like the Ravagers betrayed him here.
Oh, okay. Sounds like you knew him.
Caelynn's like shaking mad at this point. She's just like, "Oh, Sylvester's dad, dude. What the heck?" Her like teeth are like, she's like gritting her teeth. Bald fists. Just kind of like ignoring Theo's comment because she's still like, she's basically trying not to explode right now, but she's pretty mad. Pretty furious. Pretty upset. She obviously feels like betrayed.
I'm gonna just like try to look out for like the Ravagers, because you said we still see their tracks. Like, does it look like they're far or?
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
I'm not good at those.
I believe in you. You can do it.
I did not do it.
That's what we do.
That's a soft 5.
Oh god.
What's everyone's passive perception?
10.
Is that a good question for DM?
16?
Hmm?
Damn, your passive is 16?
How the fuck?
Hell yeah.
How the fuck?
Wow, luckily I beat it, just barely. But,
Poop.
Talk.
It's only 12.
12? Okay. Well.
You said passive perception, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Caelynn, you're gritting your teeth at the sight of seeing your little, your friend, you're the mentor to. Her father lied sitting up, pressed up against the tree dead. As you can see a large gash on his side, bleeding out. Theo immediately looked around to see if this is a trap, but his eyes could not see.
Damn it.
His eye cannot see what will become of you guys, as it was a trap. As you
I
see
knew
a
it.
bunch of poison darts flies
God damn it.
towards you, your backside of you, Caelynn.
Can I protection her?
You didn't see it coming.
God damn it.
Oh no.
But I can see it once it gets closer to her, I just don't see who did it. Can I get hit instead?
You rolled a 5.
This is kind of...
If anything, I get advantage to see it.
But I've
If anything, you'd be a
never had
disadvantage.
this before. My passive perception sucks because it's 12. Well,
Right.
that sucks, but normal. But my passive investigation, which I've never seen before, is 15.
Okay.
Would you be able to just have something pop out? form, or is that useless right now?
Okay, so with your passive investigation, it's a 15. It's still pretty low. You did not see it coming, but you do feel it's a bit odd that this person's laid up here and there's still orc tracks. I'll say you can make a perception check. I'll say you can look around and make a perception check.
Okay. Grasping at straws.
I knew it too. I
18,
knew
but
it.
I got a bit because
I'm so sad.
proficient in it, right?
No, just straight up.
Oh, yeah, then that would be 18.
18. Okay, with an 18, you do realize that this is kind of like a trap, and Theo's already looking, but he can't seem to find what he's looking for. You then scan around the area, TakTak, and you see an orc painted with white. His skin is like this dark ebony gray, and he has like white markings all over his face. Looks like a handprint on his face. Pulls out like a dart bowl gun and shoot it, and as it shoots, it fires like this scattered bullets towards Caelynn. And you, actually.
Yay!
You have a split second to react. Just a split second. What do you do?
God, I can do barely anything.
I can heal you guys, don't worry.
At least I'll be aware of what's going on when I fall to my knees. Ooh, wait, what does this do?
I like knowing that we could see our impending doom.
Yeah.
You could grab like something real quick to block the pelts. You could jump in front of the pelts. You could do a lot of things. So it's up to you.
Okay. I mean, it's like a shotgun blast, so to speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a whole bunch of little pelts flying at both of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, can I try to do like a little bit of a dive tackle? Maybe won't Who are you doing it on?
work, but
Who are you doing it on?
on Itan, of course.
Okay.
You know, we're like gonna fall sideways, so a little bit less of a target. Maybe we won't get as hurt.
Sure. The bullets, you know that the pelts are aiming high, so at her head. So you dive in, and you have to make an athletics check.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Little 12-pound gnome trying to push somebody over. This is gonna go well.
Ugly.
Alright, so you said acrobatics?
Athletics.
Oh, okay. And 15 plus 0. 15!
15 is just high enough. Caelynn, you notice that a gnome hits you so hard, knocking you diving
out of your anger.
Out of your anger. You were slightly blindsided by this, slightly. You do know it's coming. TakTak put a lot of effort into this diving tackle. Like, you've never seen TakTak put so much effort into this as before, and he did knock you down. Normally he wouldn't. But, for instance, this time he did try to knock you down, and it worked. And he falls down with you, giving you advantage on your dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So I want Theo to make a dexterity saving throw. I want Caelynn to make a dexterity saving throw, but TakTak does not need to.
Ooh!
Oh, and Arch and Binks.
I can't forget about those buggers.
They're a bit far away, so they're not actually in the blast radius, so they're okay. They didn't care for the elfin guy.
It's not disadvantage, right?
No.
18.
18. Nice.
With my -1.
Nice. -1. Caelynn, what'd you roll for your
live.
dexterity saving throw?
18.
18?
16.
16? Okay, you guys both dodge the pelts, and you guys take no damage.
Nice.
It just hits the tree real quick. And you hear the orc stand up. Just jumps out of the bushes, out of the trees. Not bushes, trees. With its great axe and starts swinging, flailing. Luckily, they got a jump on you, but it attacked earlier, so everyone gets to roll for initiative at this point.
Holy shit!
Oh, man.
I was like, I'm gonna make this whole promise to Caelynn about I'm gonna make sure she comes back alive, proceeds to get her killed. Like, 3 seconds later. I was like, no! I knew it's a trap. I knew it. So, that's okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask for Big Binks, and this is gonna be for Arch and Binks
first.
Oh wow, Arch and Binks are like super pro.
Damn it, Arch and Binks, God.
Okay, so 25 to 20.
No.
Oh wait, I got 20.
Oh.
No, not 20. But I got 19 plus 1.
Oh wait, I got it.
I did show that.
Oh wait,
What?
Oh yeah, so no wait, TakTak gets to go first. Players always get to go first. All right, then it's going to be 19 to 15.
15.
So Theo.
Let's keep up these good rolls. Yeet.
Oh no, it's actually not Theo. Theo rolled a 15, right?
Yeah.
It's actually going to be Binks.
Yeah. God damn it, Binks.
And Theo. And then last but not least, Caelynn, what'd you roll?
An 11.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so then it's going to be Arch.
Our rolls are completely reversed in the last battle.
That makes sense though. Caelynn should go last. She did not see that coming.
No.
I'm slightly confused.
Okay, so TakTak, it is your turn. You just had you're prone because you dived and saved Caelynn. Luckily, the blast missed both of you, and it is now your turn as you see the orc jump out of the trees, wildly swinging its axe towards you.
Well, TakTak's gonna take that brief second because he dive tackled her, which means he's technically lying on top of her and do that happy smile, and be like, TakTak, you're up. And then also look over and see the orc coming and be like, uh-oh. And, alright, I can spend, 15 movement points to stand up again? Or is it just half?
It's free. For you, it's going to be half your speed, so 25,
okay.
Technically be 10.
Okay. I mean, I don't need to move anyway, so gonna stand back up.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'll use my cantrip firebolt again.
Mm-hmm.
Which for that he just quickly pulls that little weird sling device from his side and aims. Got his magical energy and fires. 10 plus 5 it says, so 15.
15 does hit it. Yeah, you see now that you see this orc is a front balding orc with long wet black hair on the side and wearing this padded black armor, leather armor, and wildly swinging at you with animal hide around its waist.
Does that look any different from the ones we saw inside the veil, or is this pretty much the same?
Pretty much the same.
Oh.
He just looks stronger.
How wonderful.
That's just what we need. That's a 10.
More XP.
And 3 damage. Wow, wow.
3 damage?
Yeah.
You shoot this pelt and it burns on his leather armor, and it just kind of shrugs him back a bit, but he's still running wildly as if the pain did not stop him from coming closer. What do you do?
TakTak's gonna take a couple steps back. That's about all you do. And that's his turn.
Okay. So, with that being said, it's going to be the orc's turn as it finally gets up to you, Caelynn, and sees you on the ground, sees blood, and attacks you twice. Actually, no. Once. Sorry, once. But with advantage because you're prone.
For pro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Oh, I'd like to thank little baby Jesus.
Does a 10 hit you?
How does it feel to be God's
Okay.
Double 5 advantage.
It misses. It misses you. And the axe lands right in front of your face on the ground as she's spinning out to the way. Now it is your turn, Binks. Binks
or Arch?
It's actually Binks.
Oh.
Binks pulls out his short sword and goes make his way up to the orc and attack it. Ah! Oh! Misses so badly.
Come on, roll back.
Oh no.
Ah,
it's gonna
damn
be
it.
fine.
I was like,
He missed pretty bad, but not as bad as actually he missed pretty bad actually. He goes in for a stab, and the orc sees it. Actually, does not see it coming, but the stab was so off angle that he didn't even cut through his hide armor. The orc looks over, turns around, looks over at Binks as Binks just shaking his legs, his knees actually, afraid, and you just get whacked backhanded by the orc, and receive quite a bit of damage. Not that much damage, just 2 damage. And he just falls onto the ground.
You just got bitch slapped by an orc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now it is your turn, Theo.
I'm gonna run up and try to put myself between Caelynn and the orc, and I'm gonna one hand. I have a shield. One hand and try to swipe at him.
Okay. Roll a hit.
Rolling to hit.
Imposing yourself in between Caelynn and the orc, you rush up and swing your sword.
It definitely hits. That's a 23.
23 does it.
8. Oh, an 8. 9, 10, 11.
11. You hit it. It's still up, but barely.
Barely?
But barely. He goes... As you slash him so deep.
I'm going to action surge as I see him, like, kind of falter, and then I'm going to slash the other way.
Okay, roll a hit.
Surge. We'll try. That's a 17 hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, my hero.
10 damage.
10. How do you want to kill him?
Just want to, like, do the quick, like, swipe and then swipe.
Right. You do an angle slash towards him and cut through his hide. And then you retract. I mean, then from the backswing you pull up and attack him from the upward angles, and you slash him again as he falls down to the ground with his axe to the side, dead, bleeding out.
Yes.
I just want to, like, I don't feel like he's the only one here, so I'm, like, looking around trying to find if there's, like, any more.
It looks like he's the only one here.
Okay. I'll put away my sword then. And then help Caelynn and TakTak up.
Okay. Theo helps both Caelynn and TakTak up.
Ooh. I will happily accept that help. Caelynn looks very, very impressed with Theo's abilities right now.
Yeah. I can do stuff, I promise.
Damn.
I'm like,
He wasn't muscular man, dude.
she wasn't injured, right?
No, she was
Okay,
not.
yeah.
Almost.
I'm like,
Axes by my face.
Yes. Oh, fireheads.
I'll kind of, like, smile. I'm like, see? I told you I wouldn't let you get hurt. Like, pull her up.
Alright, I'm swooning a bit, man.
I'm like, and then I'll kind of, like, when I help TakTak up, I'm like, that was the best reaction I've ever seen TakTak. Good jump.
Action. That's what I said. TakTak strong. Control.
You alright over there too, Binks?
Yeah, this is my job.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Arch just looks. Arch like hide during that entire thing, encounter, but then he finally makes himself known and says, "Oh, you should have seen me in that fight. I stopped him."
I did not see you at all.
Yeah, you were on the ground. Okay, well,
you were on the ground.
let's go. Let's continue.
Okay, so I wanna look through the orcs, like, stuff, try to loot them.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have much on him. Aside from, water skin, some rations that he carries with him, meat, and he has a great axe.
Not mine. I don't want that.
Okay.
But, does he have any more of those nice little blow darts?
He does have a blow dart. You could take it, yeah.
Yeah, I want to take the blow dart and try to find the ones that he was using.
Oh yeah. You found, 2 ammunition.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a blow dart.
2.
2.
I mean, that's, do they look poisoned? I know medicine.
No, they're not poisoned. They don't seem to be poisoned. Actually, go ahead and make a check. That's fair.
Okay. I'm like, I don't think he'd think that 2 of these dinky little things would kill Caelynn. Just saying. Unless they were poisoned. Medicine check?
Yeah.
Come on, Theo. Ooh!
Do it.
+2 soft 20.
Nice.
You do know it's poisoned.
Shit, nice.
DC 12.
Oh.
Write it down. Poison darts. DC 12.
DC 12. Nice.
46 poison damage.
Holy shit.
Mm.
DC 12 4D. Oh yeah, that plus 12 you said? But 4D6 plus
Plus the dart damage, which is a 1d4.
1d4 each. Cool. Damn. Do orcs usually have like stuff like this, or is this
Oh
like
yeah.
that's
They
strong?
there's actually poison toads around here, so
Oh,
just
okay.
easily.
Okay. Well, I'll
Yeah.
put it away.
In fact, there's quite a bit of creatures that have poisonous properties around this forest as well.
I'm like, okay, well, from here on out, we better start stealthing better than what we were. They're going to be having traps.
Mm.
Apparently they're expecting visitors.
I thought it felt too suspicious. I've never seen orcs just leave someone like that.
So, with that being said, Caelynn, do you want to continue your track?
Yes.
Okay.
Once I gather my composure and whatnot, then yes.
Oh wait, you
Are
said
you-
greatness was being left.
Yes. I said,
Nobody's right.
go ahead. What did you
Okay.
say? Drew?
Yeah, because you said, well, if I heard right, like nobody was grabbing the great axe. That was the thing that was being left behind. If that's
Yeah.
the case, but Taktak's just gonna like grab it, and it's probably like the same size as him, but shove it into his little cube of holding.
Yeah.
Nice.
Your parts later on.
And it magically sinks in perfectly.
I'm like, when I see that, I'm like, what the? How did he...
Actually, nobody saw us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because TakTak was like, eagerly waiting.
Oh, he was like, is anyone gonna take it?
Or unless TakTak make it known. It was up to you. That's
He
it.
wasn't trying to be stealthy about it. He just wanted to make sure he grabbed it before he left.
Alright. So TakTak. To be fair, Theo, I think your focus is on Caelynn at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. After you inspected the body and grabbed the dart, you just turn around and help Caelynn up and everything else. And
Okay,
Looking for trap.
that's fine.
your attention is elsewhere.
That's fine. I mean, I don't have a wandering eye. We Gucci.
He was on your right side.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll turn a blind eye this time.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Alright, so you guys make... I'm laughing, I'm just trying to hold my composure. Also, you guys travel forward, making your way following the tracks. As you guys do, Caelynn, it's getting... You see some elvish tracks
Oh.
of footprints along the tracks mixed with the orcs.
Oh.
And you see a path. There's two divergent paths. One veers deeper into the forest south, and one continues east. The south track seems to have more of the elven footprints, but the east footprints does not.
Okay.
To the trail with the more of the elvish footprints, do I know of a because we're out of the Vale, right?
Yes.
So would I know if there's any like tribe or anything that way? Would I have any idea? I don't think I would.
Not outside the Vale, no. You know for a fact there's no tribe outside the Veil.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. There's no tribes outside the. There's no tribe outside the Veil around your forest.
Okay. I'm good. Caitlin's gonna pause and kind of look at both of the tracks. Trying to figure out which way to, like, go.
Which way do you want to go?
She's gonna turn to the party and, trail splits.
Do I see the footprints, or is that something only she really sees?
She can track it so much better, but you can see the footprints. Yes. She points it out to you.
I think we follow the orcs, right? The Ravagers are the one with the artifacts. But what are these? And I point to the elf tracks, because I don't know the elves, right?
Yeah.
Just elf out here? Do I know? Do I know of elves being out here, being from outside the Veil?
Yeah, you know some elves that can be outside the Veil.
Oh, are those the ones that I usually see?
Some, yeah. But to be fair, that's when they're fighting you.
Yeah, exactly. I guess we can deal with that another time. Artifact is probably with. Then I point the orc way. The orcs.
Do I know if elves... Because I'm under the assumption that elves and orcs wouldn't really be working together. Is it different outside the Veil? Would it...
Oh no, this is an anomaly, definitely.
Okay.
They don't work together at all.
I'm just gonna look at the... I think we follow elves.
Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense. They kind of left that one over here.
Ravagers don't... I feel elves would want totem more.
True. I'll lead the way.
With that, she will nod and follow the elf track.
You just needed someone to tell you not to.
This time, though, I want to keep within 5 feet of her, just in case.
About not 5 minutes into tracking it, south from here falls deeper into the forest. I shouldn't say deeper, denser. It's more dense around here, and the dense trees around here kind of give visibility it's tough to see around the area because there's so many trees. But you do notice that about 5 minutes you hear the sound of orcs going.
Shit. Like they're dying?
You can't tell.
Okay. I'll just kind of duck down, try to stealth more.
Yeah.
Okay, I want everyone to roll a stealth check for me. This is for Binks and Arch.
Uh-oh, I'm afraid.
Oh! Binks and Arch are doing great.
Oh, shit. Ooh.
I'm pretty sure. It's not bad.
I got an 18. 9.
You got 18?
12.
12?
18 plus 1.
Got an 11.
19? So 11.
Hey, I'm not the worst.
Okay.
The
Well,
blind
actually,
guy.
this is a group stealth. So this is a group stealth, so you're fine. Oh! I rolled like a god. I don't normally do this, but that's pretty godly. Okay, so.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna like to hear that.
You guys stuff behind the trees, tree to tree. Figure out the origin of the sound. You continue further and to find orcs. Actually, TakTak. You are stealthing, and all of a sudden, you're trying to look up to keep up with everybody because the forest below here, visibility is kind of tough, with some foliage lying about covering your view. But
Stealthy is on the same height as the grass.
right.
Got that nice cover.
But the moss and some of the bush, some of the foliage around here can hide not only you, but as you're traveling and stealthing, you see something trickling out of the foliage right in front of you. But Theo and everyone else seem to not know what it is, or seem to notice. Only you do. As you see a hand, like this ebony gray hand, falls right in front of you. Palm facing.
Like just a hand?
Just a hand.
Or is there like to the body that I don't see?
Probably it's behind the foliage.
And you said it was wet hands? Like something's trickling off of it kind of thing?
No, it's just an ebony gray hand with a little bit of blood trickling from it.
Okay.
Interesting.
TakTak will definitely kind of go wide-eyed and go, over here. Try to gather some attention.
I turn back.
As you turn back, you see someone's hand around TakTak already.
God
covering
damn
his
it!
mouth,
No!
covering his mouth with a dagger by his neck. And you see someone stand up from the foliage, tall and slender, with like a leaf sort of waist garment on, made from like various wood and leaves as well, and his shin guard is made from the bark of a tree. His stature stands about 5'8", and he has a long, slender body, pretty muscular for an elf, with a lot of tattoo marking around it. He has long, deep dark red hair that spikes up like a mohawk, and trails all the way down to his legs, and tied at a knot at the very end. He has long feather earrings, and his eyes have been painted from his ear all around. And he looks more vicious than any other tribe you've ever seen so far, Theo. And he looks at you, and all of you, and he noticed Caelynn's within the group. And he says to Caelynn in Elvish, Gemelon, this is your friend.
Caelynn will nod.
He lets go of TakTak. I rolled natural 20, sorry.
I let out a sigh of relief. Seeing TakTak released.
Starts to breathe again. Hello!
He stands in a warrior stance, facing you. And you know this tribe. It is the Kano tribe. He belongs to the Kano tribe. And he says, my name is Mu Kano. I am the prince of the Kano tribe. And you are?
She will. I think she's gonna respond. In Elvish, she'll say, I'm Caelynn. Hold on, I'll look at my dad's name. Daughter of Amunhi? Amunhi? Of the Ewya tribe.
The daughter of Amunhi.
Oops.
He looks at you. He says, I thought you would be more pretty.
Oh! 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 Damn.
Damn, that hurts. She's gonna look at him and she's gonna respond with, I didn't know someone could be so ugly.
He smiles. And he says, I have slain these orcs. They've hunted them down. I thought they have entered the Eywa tribe, but it seems that they have not. They are here for something else. Something dangerous.
Mm.
He he turns around and goes behind, goes into the, even deeper into the denser area of the forest, and he pulls something out, and you hear like a blade pull out of flesh. He has two long elven blades that are like scimitars almost, but their handle is smaller, but the blade is more curved and long. He pulls it, kind of sheathes both of their blades to his side. He then pulls out a quiver around his arm body, and then grabs his bow that he hid behind one of the tree. You notice that the Kano tribe is a lot more savage in terms of killing and in terms of hunting. They're extremely capable fighters, more capable than the Itan tribe, because the Itan tribe actually is not as like aggressive. But you know the Kano tribe is notoriously known to be extremely aggressive. That's why they are not talked to as much.
Makes sense.
He looks at you and he says, I don't like your father, Amunhi. He killed my father's love. I will put that aside. Our differences. I am hunting orcs. They have stolen something from me.
That's gonna catch Caelynn's attention. What have they stolen from you?
Not that the Eywa tribe guess. He says, but that totem.
Oh shit! Totems are going missing.
Oh, snap! I know nothing.
Caelynn's gonna like put her hand on her chest. Our totem is missing too.
This pains me. How is your... Oh, never mind. You don't know.
What? What do I not know?
Sorry, do you hear fireworks? That's on my end.
Okay.
He says to you, my father loved your mother a lot.
Oh!
It was your father that killed her.
My father?
And I was
How?
wondering if your sister is okay.
Sister?
Excuse me?
Oh!
Sister.
Family drama?
Family drama.
My sister? I do not have a sister.
Then she must have passed.
Oh shit.
I will tell my father when I get home.
I've never heard of a sister.
Your mother was considered the most beautiful elf in all of the tribes. Many of the tribe chief vie for her hand. She represents the moon. And all of the chiefs have received messages from the gods and spirits that she will birth a child worthy to succeed all the tribes and hopefully bring them in closer. And would save our tribe from destruction. It is rare to have twins.
Oh shit.
But I guess your father is not the man you thought he was, a weak Eywa tribe chief who killed his wife because he could not protect her.
What do you mean he killed his wife?
He attacked my tribe, thinking that we did not want to share the tree, the great tree, the Caelynn.
Mm-hmm.
But that was not true. We gave his tribe food, home, shelter, protection. But it was not enough. The ongoing attack on our tribe had diminished our resources. But your father did not see that. He only saw revenge. Thinking that my father would steal Geldadin from him. But that was not true either. My father lost to yours. She chose him. I was told that during the war, during the attack, Geldadin warned him not to, but he wouldn't listen. He chucked a spear at my father. He deflected it, and it hit your mother's in her womb. Her death stopped the war. But we never stopped hating you. It was the gift from the gods and the spirit to have twins. We left immediately. We do not know what happened next. Your tribe took the tree for its owner, and we had nothing except the totem that your mother gave us. Well, if you don't mind me, I must go and find that totem. It means a lot to my tribe.
We will keep an eye out for it as well, while we look for ours.
Perhaps one day our path will cross again. And you see him leave. Having no idea where to go, he leaves and heads towards southwest, or southeast.
I'll kind of give Caelynn a little time to like process that, and then I'll.
Damn, dude.
He doesn't know what's going on. He's just looking back and forth, being like, "Oh, this is the most tense situation I've ever seen. That I've never."
Caelynn, shouldn't we work with him if he's also missing it?
I do not think he wants to work with me.
All right. We'll go by ourselves.
Okay.
Oh.
Caelynn, with your head ponder with all these thoughts, you continue to backtrack and head east. As you backtrack and head east, you stopped immediately to see by a tree orcs in their encampment. I'm going to take you guys over
Oh no. I'm at.
Oh, that's a good icon for him.
Cute.
Look at all those cuties.
So cute.
Thank you, I tried. So, okay.
Should we let Drew sleep?
Yes. With that being said, you find 3 orcs looking around, managing their food, eating, and talking, without a care in the world.
Perfect.
And that is where we're going to leave